Alright, this is for David Brown. And the first thing that I would say right off the bat is that you want to get your kind of anatomy down a little bit more. There's some things in here that I'm looking at that you could definitely go in and tweak a little bit more. One is, you've got decent proportions going on, but if your character is walking here or stepping towards it, the problem you have is you've got a thigh up here and then you've got kind of something like this. So when you're looking down at the camera, this leg is going to come quite a bit more and be pushed in a different realm. So even if you are standing with a straight leg, like so, and then this leg is coming up here, like that, there's going to be some proportional issues that you need to address here. Here, up here, same kind of concept. You need to think about where your arms and things like that are going. So I'm going to just kind of let me just erase this here and start a new layer. And so if I were to draw this in the same kind of pose, you're putting in the head, and then think about that kind of contrapposto. So you've got here going on, and then this comes up here, comes down here a little bit, maybe even outward a little bit more, and then like so. So do you see the difference here? And then with the contrapposto, you want to balance this a little bit more. So this is coming over here, and then maybe something like this. All right. So with that skeleton in place, you're going to start building up the muscles and the torso and things like that. You would basically, if that's the case, then you're going to bring this leg up here, and I'm just going to kind of grab some pieces here. Let's grab this arm, and I'm just going to copy that one up, and then let's grab this leg here, and we're just going to kind of move that up like that, maybe even down a little bit more, and brush that in. So you can see how it starts giving you that step process. And then what you're going to do is we can even possibly go in here. Actually, let's reselect, maybe even open that a little bit more like that. And so with that in mind, now you can see I've got that kind of idea of, he's stepping and it's coming forward a little bit more. That's going to change up some of this stuff a little bit more, which is going to give you more wrinkles up here. And I'm just going to, we'll just paste out this here. I'll paste it in later. So the more wrinkles like this is going to kind of give you this aspect here, and then you're going to get some kind of something like this. So with that, you're actually breaking down, and I'm just going to kind of put that in there. So then with that in mind, I'm just going to grab this tail here, and I'm going to copy this up, and I'm going to grab this here, and we're going to copy that as well. Oops. Alright, so with that in mind now, I can take this and transform it a little bit more like so. Like that. And then this here, we can actually kind of erase some of this so that it looks like it's falling kind of behind the character. All right, and that's a more accurate portion of the legs. And then the arms have a little bit of anatomy issues going on. So I'm going to first fix this one. So first thing is, when you're looking at anatomy, you're going to pick up your bicep here and just kind of shade that out. And then you're going to have or I'm sorry, this wasn't the bicep. This is the bicep here. So this is the bicep, and it's pushing it forward. And then what we're going to do is push like so, and then you're going to have a muscle that kind of comes across like that. All right, and so with that, you can see how that arm starts forming a little bit better into kind of your muscles and anatomy. Now, the problem with it is the way you've got your hand. Your hand should not kind of bend like this. So what I would do is grab this, and we will transform it like so. Actually, let's grab it over here. And I'm just going to quickly brush into spot here. And then this, oh wait, there we go, there we go. This becomes much more like so. And as you can see, just simply taking this, kind of building it up here, and then your, right, something like that. It's not, I'm not going to worry about getting it perfect, but you want to get that idea of, then you can have your blood dripping from it. Okay, so with that arm pushed back like that, now you got to do something with this arm, and this arm is kind of awkward. So what I would do is I would grab this, and we're just going to move this over here for now, and then here I'm going to put the shoulder back here, and just going to grab a piece of it. Oops. And up here, and not shortened it, but rotate it out a little bit more. And then again, same concept. We're just going to kind of paste some of that out like so. Alright. And then here we're going to grab this and slightly transform that a little bit more. Alright. And so with that in place, with those changes in place, I'm just going to kind of flatten all this out here, if I can do this. Okay, so I'm flattening all that out. And then what we're doing is we need to have some sort of light source in here. And so to get the easiest light source, all I'm going to do is just create a new layer with a multiply on there. And that new layer is simply going to be, I'm going to just start kind of darkening real quick here, and just the base idea. So you can see here, like so, how I really quickly just putting in some base ideas of that that pose in here. And then with a new layer, I'm going to grab some of this highlight here, maybe a little bit more yellow, and we'll just make this a overlay layer. And so, not so yellow, maybe a little bit brighter. So I'm just going to do an overlay layer here, and you can see and then we can go back to this multiply layer here. Oops, probably not as dark, but pick some of this multiply layer here and, you know, pull out some of that lightness so that that arm is forced out a little bit more. And then, you know, you can add in the shadow from the arm here as a hard shadow, and then the axe coming across like so. And so it's just a matter of, you know, how you're going to place that kind of portion and things like that. But by adding those highlights, it's going to really push out the brightness of your character, and you can actually, you know, do that. A lot of the features like so, you know, and again, I'm just using the bright light to kind of adjust it, but you can go into your adjustments and you know, play with the amount of saturation that you have, play with the lightness and things like that. But that gives you a good idea of how to do that particular item. All right, I hope that helps.